Welcome, history lovers, to the epic life story of Alexander the Great. Born in 356 BC in Pella, the capital of Macedonia, Alexander entered a world of royal privilege and responsibility. His birthplace, a hub of culture and power, provided the perfect backdrop for a future leader destined to change the course of history through his unparalleled achievements. Alexander's parents were King Philip II, a shrewd and formidable ruler, and Queen Olympias, a woman known for her intelligence and influence. Their union not only secured Alexander's royal lineage, but also imbued him with the qualities necessary for a future king who would aspire to godhood. Alexander's early education was exceptional, laying the foundation for his future greatness. His parents recognized his potential and ensured he received the best education available. They appointed the finest tutors to teach him subjects like philosophy, literature, and warfare, instilling a deep sense of curiosity and discipline in young Alexander. One of the most influential figures in Alexander's early life was Aristotle. The renowned philosopher taught him about philosophy, science, and the arts. Under Aristotle's guidance, Alexander developed a keen intellect and a love for knowledge, which later influenced his approach to leadership and governance. Alexander's first military experience came at the Battle of Chaeronea. At just 18, he played a crucial role in his father's victory over the Greek city-states. This early exposure to warfare not only showcased his tactical brilliance, but also cemented his reputation as a formidable young leader. The assassination of King Philip II was a turning point for Alexander. Thrust into power at just 20, he swiftly took control of the Macedonian throne. His immediate focus was on consolidating power, proving his legitimacy, and ensuring stability within the kingdom amidst the turmoil of his father's death. One of Alexander's first major challenges as king was dealing with the rebellion in Thebes. Demonstrating decisive leadership, he swiftly crushed the revolt, sending a clear message to other Greek city-states. This action solidified his authority and deterred potential uprisings, allowing him to focus on his broader ambitions. Alexander swiftly quelled the rebellion in Thebes, displaying both strategic genius and ruthless determination. His forces besieged the city, showing no mercy to those who opposed him. The swift and brutal suppression of Thebes sent a clear message to other Greek states. Resistance against Alexander's rule would not be tolerated. Following the revolt in Thebes, Alexander turned his attention to Thrace and Illyria. He led his army through treacherous terrain, demonstrating his versatility as a commander. These initial campaigns not only solidified his control over Macedonia, but also showcased his ability to adapt to different military challenges. In 334 BC, Alexander embarked on his ambitious invasion of the Persian Empire. Crossing the Hellespont, he led his forces into Asia Minor. This bold move marked the beginning of his legendary conquests and set the stage for the series of battles that would define his legacy as a military genius. The Battle of Granicus was Alexander's first major victory against the Persians. With a daring river crossing and a relentless cavalry charge, he decisively defeated the Persian satraps. This triumph not only boosted the morale of his troops, but also established his reputation as a formidable commander in the eyes of his enemies. After Granicus, Alexander focused on liberating the Ionian cities from Persian control. He was welcomed as a liberator by the Greek cities along the coast. These victories not only weakened Persian influence in the region, but also garnered support from Greek allies, further strengthening Alexander's position and expanding his influence. The Battle of Issus was a pivotal clash between Alexander the Great and the Persian king, Darius III. This confrontation marked a significant turning point, showcasing Alexander's tactical genius. Despite being heavily outnumbered, Alexander's forces achieved a stunning victory, forcing Darius to flee and leaving the Persian Empire vulnerable to further Macedonian advances. The Siege of Tyre demonstrated Alexander's strategic brilliance in both naval and land warfare. The island city of Tyre resisted fiercely, but Alexander's innovative tactics, including the construction of a causeway, eventually led to its fall. This victory secured the eastern Mediterranean for Alexander and further weakened Persian naval power. In Egypt, Alexander was welcomed as a liberator and crowned as pharaoh. He founded the city of Alexandria, which would become a center of learning and culture. His time in Egypt was marked by a visit to the Oracle of Siwa, where he was declared the son of Zeus, bolstering his divine status among his followers. The Battle of Gaugamela was a defining moment in Alexander's campaign against Persia. Facing Darius III once more, Alexander's forces executed a masterful battle plan, overcoming numerical disadvantages. The decisive victory at Gaugamela effectively marked the end of Persian resistance, paving the way for Alexander's conquest of the Persian Empire. Following the victory at Gaugamela, Alexander captured the crucial cities of Babylon and Susa. These conquests provided him with immense wealth and strategic advantage. The burning of Persepolis, the ceremonial capital of Persia, was a symbolic act of vengeance and domination, signaling the complete overthrow of the Persian Empire and the rise of Alexander's unprecedented influence. The fall of Babylon and Susa marked significant milestones in Alexander's campaign. As these ancient cities surrendered, Alexander's control over Persia solidified. Babylon welcomed him as a liberator, and Susa, with its immense wealth, provided resources to sustain his expanding empire. These victories showcased Alexander's strategic brilliance and further demoralized Persian resistance. The burning of Persepolis was a symbolic act of retribution against the Persians. Alexander allowed his troops to loot and set the city ablaze as a statement of dominance. This act was both a punishment for past Persian invasions of Greece and a demonstration of his unyielding power, leaving a lasting historical impression. Marching into Central Asia, Alexander faced new challenges in unfamiliar territories. Undeterred, he pushed forward, encountering fierce resistance from local tribes. His determination and military prowess led to the successful subjugation of these regions, extending his influence further east and showcasing his relentless ambition to conquer and integrate diverse cultures. Alexander's marriage to Roxana was a strategic alliance aimed at solidifying his rule in Central Asia. Roxana, a Bactrian princess, symbolized the union of Greek and local cultures. This marriage helped secure loyalty among the local population and demonstrated Alexander's willingness to embrace and integrate the customs of his conquered territories. In Bactria and Sogdia, Alexander continued his campaigns with a mix of diplomacy and force. He founded several cities, spreading Greek culture and establishing administrative centers. These new cities became hubs of Hellenistic influence, facilitating the exchange of ideas, trade, and cultural integration, which contributed significantly to the lasting impact of Alexander's conquests. Alexander's relentless campaigns led to the founding of numerous cities across Central Asia. These cities, often named Alexandria, became hubs of Greek culture and governance. They facilitated trade, spread Hellenistic ideas, and showcased Alexander's vision of a blended world, uniting East and West under a single cultural and political umbrella. In 326 BC, Alexander's ambitions drove him to invade India, culminating in the Battle of Hydaspes against King Porus. Despite facing a formidable opponent and challenging terrain, Alexander's strategic brilliance secured victory. This battle demonstrated his tactical adaptability and further extended his influence into the Indian subcontinent, marking a significant expansion of his empire. Alexander's encounter with King Porus was notable not only for the battle, but also for his subsequent respect for Porus's bravery. After defeating him, Alexander restored Porus to his throne and even granted him additional territory. This act exemplified Alexander's ability to blend conquest with diplomacy, fostering loyalty among subdued kings. Despite his many victories, Alexander's relentless pace took its toll on his troops. At the Hyphasis River, facing exhaustion and longing to return home, his soldiers mutinied, refusing to march further east. Recognizing their plight, Alexander reluctantly agreed to turn back, marking the end of his eastward expansion and showcasing his leadership's limits. In 323 BC, Alexander returned to Babylon, where he began planning future conquests and administrative reforms. However, his grand ambitions were cut short by a sudden and mysterious illness. As his health rapidly declined, the world held its breath, witnessing the fall of one of history's most iconic and influential leaders. Alexander's death in 323 BC sent shockwaves through the ancient world. His passing marked the end of an era, signaling the dissolution of his meticulously constructed empire. Immediate power struggles erupted among his generals, each eager to seize control of portions of the sprawling territory. The wars of the successors ensued, a chaotic period marked by fierce battles and shifting alliances. Alexander's empire was eventually divided among his top generals, forming the basis of new Hellenistic kingdoms. This fragmentation altered the political landscape, laying the groundwork for future conflicts and cultural exchanges. Despite the fragmentation of his empire, Alexander's legacy endured. His campaigns spread Greek culture across 3 continents, fostering a blend of Eastern and Western traditions. The Hellenistic era, characterized by advancements in arts, science, and philosophy, can be traced directly to his conquests, cementing his influence on future generations. Alexander the Great's legacy permeates culture and history, echoing through centuries. His campaigns spread Greek culture across 3 continents, laying the groundwork for the Hellenistic era. This fusion of cultures influenced art, science, and philosophy, creating a rich tapestry that would shape the intellectual and cultural landscape of the ancient world. Alexander's empire fractured after his death, leading to the Wars of the Successors. His generals, known as the Diadochi, fought fiercely for control, eventually carving the empire into several Hellenistic kingdoms. This division, though chaotic, ensured that Greek influence continued to thrive across a vast expanse, from Egypt to India. Alexander's impact on future generations is profound. Military leaders like Julius Caesar and Napoleon Bonaparte studied his tactics and strategies. His vision of a unified world under one ruler inspired countless leaders and thinkers, cementing his place as a paragon of leadership, ambition, and conquest throughout history. Reflecting on Alexander's life reveals a complex figure. While his military genius and visionary leadership are well documented, his ruthless methods and insatiable ambition are equally notable. This duality makes him a compelling subject of study, embodying both the heights of human achievement and the depths of human ambition.